Deep within the secure grounds of the Central Intelligence Agency in Langley, Virginia, stands an unassuming work of art. It's not a monument to victory or a memorial to the fallen. It is a puzzle, a challenge cast in copper and stone. Known as Kryptos, this sculpture holds a secret that has stumped the world's most brilliant minds for over 3 decades. Commissioned in 1988, its name is Ancient Greek for hidden, a fitting title for what it conceals. It is composed of 4 distinct panels, each containing a message encrypted with a different, increasingly complex cipher. Employees on their lunch breaks, seasoned analysts, and even directors of the agency have all tried to crack its code. 3 of the 4 messages have been solved, revealing poetic prose and cryptic clues that only deepen the intrigue. But the 4th and final section, a mere 97 characters, remains stubbornly silent, a digital ghost in a copper machine. This isn't just a game. It's a testament to the art of cryptography and the allure of the unknown. Join us as we delve into the story of Kryptos, the code that even the CIA's own experts cannot seem to crack. To understand the puzzle, we must first understand its architects, a sculptor and a spy who joined forces. The artist is Jim Sanborn, a man fascinated by secrets, science, and the invisible forces that shape our world. Sanborn wanted his creation to be more than just decorative. He wanted it to be a genuine cryptographic challenge. To achieve this, the CIA paired him with an expert, the retiring chairman of their cryptographic center, Ed Scheidt. Scheidt was a master of his craft, having spent his career creating and breaking codes for the agency. He schooled Sanborn in the history of cryptography, from ancient methods to modern, complex encryption techniques. Together, they devised the 4-part puzzle, a journey through the evolution of code-making itself. Sanborn painstakingly cut each of the 1,800 letters by hand, a laborious process that embedded the secret physically into the metal. Scheidt ensured the ciphers were authentic, difficult, and layered with misdirection to challenge even his former colleagues. This collaboration between art and espionage created a puzzle for the ages, with the answer known only to a select few. Let's examine the machine itself. The main element is a large S-shaped copper screen resembling a scroll or computer printout. This scroll is divided into 2 sections. On the left are the first 3 encrypted passages, known as K1, K2, and K3. On the right is the infamous 4th passage, K4, its 97 characters taunting would-be codebreakers with their silence. The letters are not uniform. They are from a custom alphabet designed by Sanborn, adding another layer of visual complexity. Beside the main scroll lies a petrified tree, symbolizing the natural world, through which information might also be transmitted. Further away, a small pool of water bubbles up from beneath a granite slab, representing the flow of information. And there are other elements, granite slabs with Morse code messages, and a compass rose pointing to magnetic north. Every piece of the installation is deliberate. Nothing is accidental. Everything could be a clue or a clever misdirection. The entire tableau is a metaphor for intelligence gathering, sifting through noise to find the signal, the truth hidden in plain sight. But the heart of the mystery remains the text itself, a siren song for cryptographers everywhere. For years, the code remained unbroken, but in 1999, the first crack in the facade appeared thanks to a CIA analyst. Analyst David Stein, working with pencil and paper on his lunch breaks, was the first to publicly solve Part 1. He realized K1 was a vigenère cipher, a method of encryption that uses a keyword to shift letters of the alphabet. The keywords, fittingly, were palimpsest and abscissa, words related to writing, hidden layers, and geometry. Once decrypted, the message was a poetic phrase written by Sanborn himself, setting a mysterious tone. It reads, "Between subtle shading and the absence of light lies the nuance of occlusion." The intentional misspelling of illusion was the first hint that Sanborn was playing games, adding deliberate errors to mislead solvers. Unbeknownst to the public, the NSA had already solved the first 3 parts years earlier, but kept their success a secret. The solution to K1 proved the code was solvable. It was a challenge, not an impossibility. The race was on. With the first key found, cryptographers around the world turned their attention to the next, more complex section, K2. The second passage, K2, fell soon after the first. It used a similar vigenère cipher but was more complexly layered. Computer scientist Jim Sanborn was the first person outside of the government to publicly announce a solution for K1 and K2. The decrypted text was even more intriguing, containing latitude and longitude coordinates, again with intentional misspellings. It speaks of something hidden. It lies buried out there somewhere. Who knows the exact location? Only WW. The WW refers to William Webster, the director of the CIA at the time of the sculpture's dedication. Sanborn had given Webster the complete solution, making him the only other person to know the full secret. But what about the coordinates? Where did they point? The numbers led to a startling discovery. They pinpoint a location just 150 feet away from the sculpture itself, in another part of the CIA courtyard. The puzzle was not just on the copper plate, it was interacting with its physical environment. The whole courtyard was the playing board. This revelation blew the mystery wide open. The solution wasn't just text, it was a map. But a map to what? The third passage, K3, proved to be a much harder nut to crack. The encryption method was far more obscure. It took the combined efforts of the NSA, CIA, and public enthusiasts years to finally decipher its meaning. The breakthrough came from recognizing it as a transposition cipher, where letters of the message are jumbled in a complex pattern. The decrypted text was a paraphrased quote from a famous historical event, the opening of a long-lost tomb. It's from the diary of archaeologist Howard Carter on the day he first peered into the tomb of Tutankhamun. The text reads, "Slowly, desperately slowly, the remains of passage debris were removed. With trembling hands, I made a tiny breach. And then, as my eyes grew accustomed to the light, details of the room within emerged from the mist. Wonderful things." The parallel was clear. Sanborn was casting the codebreaker as an archaeologist, slowly uncovering a hidden treasure. The final line of the K3 solution is, "Can you see anything?" a question asked of Carter at the tomb's entrance. With 3 parts solved, the stage was set for the final act. All eyes turned to the last 97 characters, K4. This is where the trail goes cold. For over 2 decades since K3 was cracked, K4 has resisted every attempt. 97 characters. It's shorter than a tweet, yet it contains a secret that has outlasted the world's most powerful computers. Part of the difficulty is its length. With so few characters, statistical analysis, a common code-breaking tool, is almost useless. Cryptographers have thrown everything at it, from brute force attacks to advanced quantum computing algorithms, all to no avail. The leading theory is that K4 uses a one-time pad system or a custom, deeply layered cipher known only to Sanborn and Scheidt. It might require a physical key from the sculpture itself or a keyword hidden in the previous solutions. The frustration is palpable. Imagine having the final page of a book with no way to read the ending. K4 is the final guardian, the sphinx at the gate of the ultimate secret, its riddle yet unsolved. It stands as a powerful statement. Some secrets are designed to be kept, even when hidden in plain sight. But the artist, perhaps feeling the pressure of time, has not remained completely silent. He has offered clues. As the years turned into decades, Jim Sanborn began to worry his final secret might die with him. So, he started releasing clues, small breadcrumbs dropped to guide the world's codebreakers toward the solution. The first clue came in 2010. Sanborn revealed that characters 64 through 69 of K4 decrypt to the word Berlin. This sent shockwaves through the community. Berlin, a city synonymous with espionage and Cold War secrets. 4 years later, in 2014, a second clue emerged. Characters 70 through 74 decrypt to the word clock. Berlin clock. The reference was likely to the famous Berlin clock, which tells time using a complex system of lights. Was K4 a description of a location? A mechanism? The clues raised more questions than they answered. In 2020, Sanborn gave a third clue, the word northeast, corresponding to characters 26 through 34. Most recently, in 2021, he revealed the 25th character is a Q and that the phrase is east-northeast. Even with these significant clues, the rest of the message and the underlying cryptographic system remain a complete mystery. The mystery of Kryptos has transcended the confines of Langley, creating a dedicated global community of solvers. Online forums and message boards buzz with activity as enthusiasts share theories, data, and potential breakthroughs. This diverse group includes mathematicians, linguists, programmers, and hobbyists, all united by a common goal. Some have spent decades on the problem, creating complex programs and vast databases of information related to the sculpture. The release of each new clue from Sanborn sends a frenzy of activity through this network, reigniting the chase. Theories range from the plausible to the fantastic, involving everything from star charts to forgotten CIA operations. This collective effort is a modern form of archaeology, a digital dig for a secret buried in code. It's a testament to the human desire to solve puzzles, to find order in chaos, and to know what is hidden. Many believe the solution will not come from a single genius, but from the collaborative power of this global group. For now, they continue their work, waiting for the next clue or the final brilliant insight that will unlock K4. So what could K4 possibly say? What is the final piece of the puzzle that Sanborn so carefully constructed? Some believe it's a philosophical statement, the final thought in the poetic journey started by K1. Others think it contains a final set of coordinates, a location far more significant than the one in K2. Could it be the key to another, even larger puzzle, a riddle that only begins once K4 is solved? Sanborn himself has said the sculpture's solution reveals a location and describes something that was buried there. The artist is now in his late 70s. The race against time to solve the puzzle is becoming more urgent. He has arranged for the solution to be revealed after his passing, but the glory of the chase is in solving it now. Kryptos is more than a code. It's a monument to the idea that some things are worth searching for. It challenges one of the most secretive organizations in the world, right in its own backyard, every single day. Until it is solved, Kryptos will continue to stand as a silent copper sentinel, guarding the last great secret of the 20th century.